Okay, so welcome back to another video. In this video we're doing a review on the JBL Clip 5. I know I'm a couple weeks late to this one. I kind of just forgot, well I knew it came out but it wasn't in stock when I was looking to buy it and then just kind of forgot about it. It is one of those kind of smaller speakers that just kind of fly under the radar. But yeah, definitely worth the review. Also got a comparison coming out after this with the Go 4. Which I imagine is probably what a lot of you are here for, so in that case you may want to swap over to that video. This is going to be more kind of, focusing on this speaker as a standalone speaker and telling you what I think. The other one's obviously going to be comparing the two and trying to work out which one you should get. But yeah, so just focusing on the Clip 5. Design wise it's very nice actually. I've never actually had one of these in white before, but it looks quite good. You've got that kind of orange outline around the JBL logo. You've got the kind of standard netting stuff at the front, some volume buttons, USB-C for power and everything on the bottom. And the actual clip design has changed slightly, if I'm not mistaken. It's slightly bigger, which is quite good, I think, because you can clip it onto physically bigger objects. It doesn't restrict you as much. But yeah, design wise it's very nice. Spec wise, this thing does cost £50, which seems pretty fair to me. 12-hour battery life plus 3 hours with party boost turned on in the app, which is just kind of like a battery saver type thing. Just turns the bass down a little bit basically, I think. But yeah, so 15 hours battery life you can get out of this thing, which is crazy when you look at it. I don't even know where they're storing that battery. Pretty mental. But yeah, and it only takes 3 hours to charge from 0 to full. So 3 hours and then you get another 15 hours. So yeah, for actual kind of portability wise and taking with you, this is potentially one of the best battery wise. I'm not sure I've ever seen a quoted battery life like that. But yeah, it is IP67 rated as you would expect, so you can throw it wherever you want. Does support Auracast as well if you did want to pair it with one of the the Extreme 4 or the one of the new party boxes, although you probably wouldn't hear it next to those, but the feature is still there. It's quoted as 7-watt RMS output, which is sounds about right. And it weighs 0.285 kilos, at 285 grams. Which is what these speakers are marketed for. They clip onto things and you're supposed to just not notice they're there. And at 285 grams, that is doing its job very well. Quoted frequency range is 95 Hz to 20 kHz, so it will be really interesting to see what we actually what we get on that. This will be the first time I've actually had a quoted frequency range that I can compare to the values I'm getting from the iPad here. So it'll be interesting to see. 95 Hz is obviously not very low at all, so yeah, we'll have to see. Bluetooth version is 5.3 as we'd expect, being a new speaker. So yeah, we're supporting Auracast, best range out of that possible. So quite a good spec list, for 50 quid and for this size and stuff with the clip features. But yeah, we're gonna obviously do a sound test. Be interesting to see what the frequency range gets, see if it can keep up. This thing is damn annoying to actually film because it won't stand up on it by itself. I'm just going to have to hold it. sound test over. Let me just get something back to hold this up again. Yeah, incredibly annoying with those clip speakers is obviously they don't hold themselves up. But yeah, interesting here to look at this graph. I thought I'd get the just kind of standard decibel meter out as well, just so we could see that. But yeah, I'm slightly confused almost really in a way here, because they state 95 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So if we're focusing on the top end of that for a second, you can see, I mean, we are getting 20 kilohertz, I suppose, but it's so quiet you can hardly hear it. Realistically, it's dropping off at more like 15, which seems like a bit of a scam potentially, because yeah, it's weird because they quote on the other end of the scale at the bottom, they quote 95 hertz, but realistically, we're getting, okay, yeah, the vast drop off starts there, but you're still getting louder, like much louder. You know, this is where they're quoting 20, and this is where they're quoting 95, which doesn't make any sense because it's actually louder on the lower frequency side than it is on the higher. So I almost feel like they should more be quoting something like 40 or 50 to 15 kilohertz. So yeah, slightly strange there. Although we are, you know, it's JBL are known for their kind of, you know, heavy bass, you know, heavy low frequencies EQ. So yeah, it seems weird that they've potentially kind of seems like they've misrepresented that a little bit. But sound, overall sound is really good, much louder than you'd expect. It actually sounds louder than the Sonos Roam 2, which I've just done a review on. Yeah, it sounds louder than that. Not as bassy, and definitely not as kind of premium sounding. You can tell it's not distorting necessarily, but you can tell it's kind of playing right on the edge of distortion to achieve the loudest volume. But otherwise, really, really good overall sound. I'd definitely recommend it for 50 quid, especially if you've got some kind of actual clip usage for it. But yeah, if you want to see the review with the Go 4, then I'll see you there.